Hello YouTube, I'm back. Hills on the Hunt. Got another video today, and it's another haul video. It's a big haul video, so I'll try and get through as quick as I can. Otherwise, I will get yelled at by Stuart George. But yeah, we'll crack on and see what I picked up. So yeah, like I said, there is a big haul video. Probably looking at around 45 to 50 titles I picked up in the last few weeks. Some of them I've got lucky with because they were bundles on Vinted. As you know, I've said it multiple times in my videos, I love picking up from Vinted. I got lucky with a load of Region 1 DVDs, so a lot of kind of a little bit more obscure stuff to pick up. A lot of blood and gore, as you'd expect on the channel. So yeah, we'll crack on. I've got some VHS and a few Blu-rays, but predominantly all DVDs. So I'll show you the VHS first. It is something I'm slowly picking up, but like I'm just trying to limit myself to maybe 3 or 4, maximum 5 a month. And also just trying to stick to the X-Rental kind of big box ones. So just trying to be very, very picky in terms of what I pick up. But I'll show you the 4 I picked up here. None of these I've seen before or even heard of, so kind of what sold me on them is the fact that I've never come across them on any format. That being said, they may have been released somewhere, possibly either Germany or US, who seem to release everything, but I've never seen them. So the first one is Wizards of the Lost Kingdom 2. Do you know what that means? I've got to find the first one. Starring David Carradine. David Carradine, Bobby Jacoby, Lana Clarkson, Mel Wells. Never heard of it. It's 1989. Looks like a fantasy. Looks pretty cool and bizarre. But yeah, the covers sold me on these. So I'll be intrigued to give this one a go and check it out. Disc is in good condition. These are all picked up from one seller, so which worked out quite nicely. And the tape is in pretty good condition. None of them had mold on them, so happy with that. And I like the just the whole retro vibe of these, so they'll look quite nice and quite different. So yeah, that's the first one. Okay, not sure what happened there, but yeah. So the second one is Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. Again, one I've never heard of, but looked intriguing enough. It's 12 rated. It's a hilarious special effects filled comedy on obviously the Jekyll and Hyde story, starring Sean Young, Tim Daly, Lisette Anthony, and Harvey Fierstein. It's from 1996. So yeah, looks intriguing, but we'll give it a go. Third one is Snake Canyon Prison. 15 rated. It's from no idea what year. Somewhere here. No idea what year it is. Starring Paul Sorvino, Patrick Cassidy, Rosanna Arquette. It's hard to read it because they've got the names like blended in with the shirts there, so it's hard to kind of tell, but it looks late 70s 80s. I can't show you the back because I can't show you the back, but yeah, it looks wacky and wild enough. So let me know if you've seen any of these. Snake Canyon Prison is the next one. And last but not least, it's Ninja Kiss of Death. I will obscure the lady there. Yeah, this looks a bit bonkers as well. This is from... Nope, no idea. Looks like it is an Asian movie. Chinese, Korean maybe. But again, it looked bonkers enough to... So it says the blood-chilling stealth and power of the ninja turn the body to stone for a split second before impact. The whispering blade or the fingers of steel then caress flesh and bone to remove life force forever. The ninja melts away, leaving only death as proof of its existence. Yeah. Looked wild and wacky enough, so we will give it a go and see how we feel. But yeah, Ninja Kiss of Death. Let me know if you've seen any of those. But that was the 4 VHS I picked up this month. So like I said, it's something small and slowly to get into. It's not something I'm going to kind of dive headfirst into. But yeah, so those were the four I picked up. I'll show you the Blu-rays. Like I said, there's only a few of those, and then we'll venture into the bigger part of the haul, which is the DVDs. A line I've been collecting a little bit more of in terms of Blu-rays is Full Moon. So it's a release company. They have over, I think, 350 titles as standing in terms of their releases. And the whole predominantly revolves around kind of 70s, 80s, 90s horror, low budget, obscure horror titles that you can't really pick up on other formats. So yeah, I've picked up a few of them and I've really enjoyed them. They've just been silly fun that you can just kind of switch your brain off and enjoy. So I've got another four. These are all kind of linked together, all in the same universe. There's a few more movies I need to get to kind of complete the universe. But the first one is Dollman versus Demonic Toys. I still need to get the original Demonic Toys movie and the original Dollman movie. But yeah, this just looks bonkers enough. And this is from 1993, it looks like. Yeah, it's got some wacky stuff on the back as well. I'll show you there. So I said I need to get the original Dollman movie. I need to get the original Demonic Toys movie. And the Demonic Toys movie revolves around Baby Oopsie. That is the name of the baby. But yeah, it just seems bonkers enough that you can just have a good time without kind of delving too far into it, and just not having to pay attention too much. It's just something you can stick on and just enjoy for the silliness of it. And movies to enjoy with friends and things like that. So yeah, that's the first one, Dollman versus Demonic Toys. And there you see the Full Moon logo there on the bottom. Next one is Baby Oopsie Part 1. Yeah, like before I picked these up, so the next three, they're all interlinked together, and they were all picked up in one haul. So it was yeah, I mean, the cover looks so cool. It says Bad Baby, Very Bad Baby from the Demonic Toys universe. So yeah, that's something I need to kind of, I'll have a look on Google on that, see how many movies there are all together in this universe, and just grab them all together and then give them a full watch all together. But it just sounds like stupid nonsense, but with a lot of blood in it. Which, if you know me, you know that's my bread and butter and stuff I enjoy. So yeah, Baby Oopsie is the first one. Baby Oopsie 2, Murder Dolls. Which, yeah, just everyone's favourite Demonic Toys back with a bloody vengeance in Baby Oopsie 2, Murder Dolls. Yeah. It says satanic possession, strange sex, gore galore, and dark comedy combined in this outrageous follow-up miniseries. In this outrageous new follow-up miniseries to director William Butler's hit 2021 Full Moon Shocker. So yeah, this is from 2022. So these are actually quite recent. This was 2021. So yeah, I'm curious because, like I said, Dollman vs. Demonic Toys was from 1993. So there's a big gap with these being made, which leads us on to the third one, Baby Oopsie Part 3, Burn Baby Burn, which was 2022 as well. Yeah, this is the big balls out cinematic smackdown you've been waiting for, Burn Baby Burn. And it just looks wild as hell on the back. It won't be for everyone. Like, for those of you who enjoy your more commercially enjoyed and movies that make sense, will probably not get a lot out of this. Me, I'll probably have a great time with them. I just enjoy the silliness. And yeah, so stuff like that is always fun for me. Takes you out of the reality of normal daily life when you can just watch a toddler killing people. Yeah. But that was those four. Next one we've got Drive-In Killer. And this is a German release. Again, I can't tell you anything about it because it's all in German. And trying to figure out what year it is. Again, I'd probably guess at 80s. Just looking at it. But again, it looks gore-filled and it looks nonsensical and it looks right up my street. So yeah, we'll give this a go and we'll see how we get on with it. I'm sure we'll have some fun with it. It's got English language and it's got English subtitles, so it's absolutely fine to watch. And the German releases, the Germans will absolutely just release everything and anything. So yeah, there's not a lot you probably wouldn't get on their systems. So yeah, that's Drive-In Killer. And then the last three, so we've got Death Game this is a Grindhouse release with a lovely slipcover for a slipcover whore like me. Relentlessly painful and violent film. Sounds right up my street. So it stars Seymour Cassel, Sandra Locke and Colleen Camp. Considered lost for many decades, Death Game is being presented for the first time on home video in its original 2.39:1 aspect ratio, meticulously restored in 4K from the original camera negative. So it looks like it reminds me of similar to, is it called Knock Knock, the one with Keanu Reeves, where the two girls turn up at his front door and then they just torture him. It seems like an original version of that. So what else you get in there? Did you get anything else in there? Oh, you get a booklet. Okay, cool. So there's a little booklet in here, double disc. Show you that. It is region free, so it's absolutely fine to watch. But yeah, so there's a booklet showing you a few bits in there. So is it going to be just trashy fun? Probably. Especially from, was it 80s, I think it was? 1977, yeah. It's going to be trashy fun. The question is, are any of the people in this movie going to be Bush supporters? 70s. Let me know what you think. It's a key element we talk about on this channel. Because why wouldn't you? And the final two are actually Eureka releases. So the first one is Eureka Masters of Cinema series, and it's Hunchback of Notre Dame. I don't think I've ever seen this. I've seen a version. I think this is original 1923 movie. So this automatically goes in as the oldest released movie in my collection. So yeah, I'm intrigued to check it out. I love checking out older movies. So I've got Nosferatu, the original one, as well. So I'll be curious to give this one a go. It's perhaps the grandest of Universal's silent films. And featuring arguably their first iconic movie monster, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, stars Lon Chaney in a role which transformed him from respected character actor to global superstar. Stars Quasimodo, the mocked and vilified bell ringer of Notre Dame, who selflessly protects the star-crossed street performer Esmeralda, who is in an ill-fated love relationship with dashing Captain Phoebus. Yeah, we'll give it a go. I mean, it's 100 minutes in silent, so it will be my first trip into kind of silent cinema because I haven't watched Nosferatu yet, and I believe that is also silent, possibly. But yeah, I'm intrigued to check it out. It has a very nice slipcover, which has a different cover on the movie as well. Yeah, I mean, I've heard the Eureka label talked about quite a lot. If you know Bluray movies, you'll know he is absolutely in love with the Eureka series and has an incredible collection. I'll link him down below. Go check him out. Absolute gent as well. So yeah, I know Stuart has a few as well. Stuart George's Home Movies. I believe Tim and possibly Jodie have picked a few up. I'm just trying to peek on conversations that I remember having. So I think all those guys, Tim's Film Waffle and Jodie's Movie Realm. So I'll link them all below. Absolute legends in the community, and some people I very, very much respect in terms of their opinion on movies. So yeah, I'd be curious to know what you think of The Hunchback of Notre Dame and this one, Three Monster Tales of Sci-Fi Terror. Again, this was one that sold me on the cover. It's PG, very mild fantasy threat violence. A trio of chilling sci-fi tales from the vaults of Universal Pictures, starring a number of genre legends, including Lionel Atwell, son of Frankenstein, Lon Chaney Jr., the Wolfman, and Grant Williams, the Incredible Shrinking Man. Yeah, so trio of movies. They look cool. Again, another nice little slip there from Eureka. They really look tidied, a lot of them. And yeah, double disc with a nice chunky booklet in there. So yeah, so a lot of writing and a lot of posters and stuff like that, little posters and stuff. So yeah, something I quite enjoy. I'll give these a go and see how we get on with them. So the three movies are Man-Made Monster, The Monolith Monsters, and Monster on the Campus. So it's 214 minutes in total. So what's that? Just over 3.5 hours, give or take. So it's not bad. They're probably about an hour and 5 minutes each, or rounded up kind of in that ballpark. But yeah, both releases from Eureka. Eureka slip there. I think that takes me to 4 in the Eureka collection, with Nosferatu and something else. I can see behind me. Oh, shoot myself in my cake by doing that. It's somewhere on the shelf behind me. Oh, no idea. If you can spot it, let me know. But yeah, so I'm happy to add them in. Again, it's just something I can pick up on the go and take it from there. So, but that's all the VHS and Blu-rays, and then we'll dive into the remaining, which is all DVDs. So, DVDs. The first batch I'll show you was all part of one order. Somebody had put up a lot on Vinted for about 21 movies in total. And I was intrigued by some of the titles, and yeah, so I put in a little offer. He accepted and he posted it out, and it was packed spectacularly. Every 3 and 4 DVD was kind of wrapped in its own plastic bubble wrap, and everything was secure, so it was really nice. A lot of titles I haven't heard of. Some I have in the collection, but in different formats. So yeah, we'll go through them and let me know what you think of these. Let's drag that over. So the first one is Gator Bait, which looks like a creature feature. Probably going to be terrible, but you know, that's what we like here. Silly fun. They killed her kin, they burned her out, they made her a savage. She gave them revenge, Cajun style. So it's set in Louisiana. Louisiana steaming bayous hide countless secrets in their murky, snake-infested swamps. One is a beautiful Desiree whose animal magnetism drives men wild. An untamed Cajun poacher, as savage as the alligators she traps. The corrupt sheriff wants her in jail, but his kin have more lustful plans. Will they get her first, or will Desiree get them? The backwoods explode in shotgun blasts and the roaring of dueling speedboats, until even the gators hide in this action-packed tale that's as wild as the swamp it was filled in. It's going to be terrible, but I'm going to have a good time with it. So yeah, first one is Gator Bait. If that didn't intrigue you enough, we've got Gator Bait 2. Because why would you not? When a gang of human swamp rat descend upon a secluded Cajun bayou wedding, the ceremony turns from peaceful to painful. Unfortunately for the happy couple, the thugs have set their sights on the beautiful blushing Cajun bride. But this is one sexy Louisiana lady who won't give up her honor or her life without a fight. Again, it's just going to be torment. They took her by force, stole her innocence, made her a savage. Well, it's going to be terrible, but I'm laughing because it's going to be such a good time while being terrible. So yeah, Gator Bait 1 and 2. Dario Argento's Opera big box version. I already have this, but unfortunately I have reached out to the seller. I was going to offer this away, but unfortunately the second disc has a scratch. If you can see that on screen down the middle there, so it's fine. It will go to a charity shop, so somebody will make something out of it. But And the reason I enjoy this collection is because it's got the soundtrack by, for this one, it's got Claudio Simonetti soundtrack CD. So, but if you haven't seen this, Opera is a phenomenal movie from Dario Argento. Really up there in the top 5 that he's done. So I'd highly recommend it. But yeah, that's Opera. Next one is Fulci, Lucio Fulci's The Sweet House of Horrors. It's one I haven't seen in the Fulci collection, so I'll be intrigued to give this one a go. A couple, Charles and Marcia, adopt 2 tragically orphaned children. The new family moves into their dead parents' beautiful old home and is haunted by strange sounds. Soon the couple is forced to sell the place and take the kids away, but the house is dead against letting them leave. Learn the blood-curdling truth about the parents' death and the shocking secret behind the possessed Sweet House of Horrors. It's a Fulci movie, so I'll get something out of it. I don't think there's been many Fulci movies I haven't enjoyed. But yeah, we will... why is this upside down? That's annoying. But we'll give it a go, and yeah, let me know if you've seen this one, Sweet House of Horrors. Devil in the Flesh, Rose McGowan. So this gives me kind of Poison Ivy type vibes. That sort of kind of thriller, but with a sexy type femme fatale. She's a hot, cold-blooded killer. That's the kind of vibes I get. That, and I guess maybe not as much Species, because Species I think is more slightly different in terms of it, but that's what I mean, the strong female protagonist. Yeah, Devil in the Flesh. Devil in the Flesh 2, Jolie Lynn O'Keefe. So again, yeah, same kind of vibe. I'll give them a go, see what fun we get out of them, see what enjoyment we can get. Yeah. Lucio Fulci's The Psychic. Again, it's been a while since I've seen this one, and I cannot remember if I enjoyed it. We'll give it a go. It's been a long while since I've watched this one. But another one from Fulci we want to add into the collection. So yeah, Lucio Fulci's The Psychic. This is from 1977. Slugs. This is going to make me cringe. I can already feel it. I mean, I cringed when I watched Squirm, and I enjoyed that movie. But again, that type of movie, just it will make me cringe for the rest of the whole night after. Just being attacked by slugs. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I enjoyed Squirm. I think I had a great time with that. It was just over the top, silly, and just enjoyable. So I feel this will be kind of in the same vein. They're abnormally large. They have 4 rows of teeth. There are millions of them, and they're all hungry. But these are no ordinary slugs. When toxic waste contaminates their water system, these vicious creatures mutate into carnivorous killers that invade a small town. I mean, it reads exactly like Squirm did. So, I mean, I survived that one. So, this will be the next one to get in. That's a cool image on the front. But yeah, we'll give it a go and see how we get on. Slug, let me know if you've seen it. Escaped from women's prison. Chained to their cells, stripped of all possessions, beaten, abused, and now they're busting out. This looks like from legendary exploitation producer Dick Randall. Oh, so he did Pieces, okay. Yeah. This gives vibes of like Jess Franco type movies and the Alpha movies. Yeah, it's just going to be kind of women exploitation in the prison. Pretty much how you can describe it. It's kind of what you get out of it. Yeah. Escape from women's prison. Dead Heat. Treat Williams, Joe Piscopo. I've been told this is quite good. The body cop zombie comedy now loaded with new extras. Okay. Violent criminals who can't be killed are shooting up Los Angeles, and the investigation leads LAPD detectives, Treat Williams and Joe Piscopo, to a mysterious pharmaceutical firm. But when he's suddenly murdered, his coroner girlfriend and a loose cannon partner discover the company's resurrection machine that turns him into the Walking Dead. Now the department's most unstoppable cops must battle zombie hitmen, a butcher shop gone berserk, and a deceased industrialist. Vincent Price, okay, cool. Who may hold the key to it all, but can he solve his own homicide case before he completely decomposes? Sounds fun. Sounds bonkers enough to be enjoyable. This is from 1987. Yeah, I mean, it looks crazy enough. The image at the bottom there. It's on the Anchor Bay label. Behind that way. So yeah, I've never heard of it, but I've been told that it's quite enjoyable, so we'll give it a go. We will enjoy this. I think that might be what I watch tonight. But yeah, Dead Heat. Let me know if you've seen that. Night of the Creeps. Again, this one looks quite crazy fun. One of the most eagerly awaited genre films of the 80s finally arrives on DVD when an alien experiment goes awry. It crashes to Earth in 1959 and infects a young college student. 27 years later, his cryogenically frozen body is stored out by fraternity pledges, and the campus is quickly overrun by alien creatures. It just sounds like fun. It just sounds like bonkers fun. This is from 1986. Starring Jason Lively, Steve Marshall, Jill Whitlow, and Tom Atkins. Yeah. Night of the Creeps sounds bonkers enough to be enjoyed. Blood Sisters. Fans of bad cinema, dodgy teen slasher fix, and Roberta Findlay take note. This is one hell of a ride. Sold. I don't even know who Roberta Findlay is. I'm still sold. You had me at bad cinema. I mean, just yeah. This is the kind of cinema that I just need injected into my veins, because it's just stupid fun. You can't, like I said earlier, you don't need to take it seriously. Just enjoy. Like there are times where I want to sit down and just watch a movie that I can just zone out of everything and just enjoy for what it is and pay attention and whatnot. And then there's sometimes I'm just like, I just want to watch some crap. This is crap, but in a good way. This is from, what year is it? No, it doesn't say what year it is. But again, I would venture a bet somewhere in the 80s, possibly. It's got that kind of vibe to it. But Blood Sisters. The Toolbox Murders. Absolute classic. Absolute bonkers movie this is. Yeah, bit by bit by bit he carved a nightmare. If you haven't seen this, it's a wild one out there. It's almost like two movies mixed into one, because if you have seen, the first part of the movie is just a guy running around a apartment complex just torturing people using his toolbox in the most bizarre way possible. And the second part of the movie is it's almost like a kidnapping and a second story in itself. So yeah, it's different, but I enjoyed this. I quite like it. It's 1977. It's everything you'd expect to see. Yeah. Let me know if you've seen it. Toolbox Murders. Alberto Bava, A Blade in the Dark. I remember watching this and enjoying. I think it was decent enough. Extremely violent though, but that's what you kind of expect from Lamberto Bava. I mean, if you've seen Demons, you kind of know that that's what you're going to kind of get with him. So yeah, I've got it. I've got it somewhere. But yeah, A Blade in the Dark. I'll save that for the end. King Kong Escape, something very, very different. Like I said, this was all just, he just piled 21 movies together, so I didn't kind of pick and choose these. These were just like, buy them or don't buy them. So yeah, King Kong Escapes. This is from 1996. Yeah, okay. That's not what I was expecting, but King Kong to the rescue. When a giant robot threatens to destroy Tokyo and the gripping King Kong escapes, the action begins when a conniving Doctor Who builds a robot Kong in order to retrieve a highly addictive radioactive element for his mysterious benefactor, Madam X. This sounds dumb. Oh dear Lord, this sounds so bad, but yeah. Looking at the back there, it looks ridiculous. But it's in the collection, so we'll obviously give it a go and see how we get on with it. Yeah, King Kong Escapes. 4-movie marathon. So Funhouse, Phantasm 2, The Serpent and the Rainbow, and for all the S's. Yeah. What's better than one movie? It's 4 movies. I've seen Funhouse a very long time ago. I can't tell you anything about it. I don't remember much about it. Which probably tells you more about me than it does the movie, but yeah, 4 movies different to be added in. Let me know if you've seen any of them and what you thought. Night of the Tentacles. Blood, boobs, slime, tentacles and laughs. Sold. In this obscene Faustian tale, a young artist sells his soul to Satan for the new heart he so desperately needs. The only catch is that the heart is a tentacle monstrosity with a hunger for human flesh. Will Dave get the girl of his dreams? Will he run out of neighbours to feed to his infernal heart? Will Delilah ever finish? Will Delilah ever finish urinating? What the hell? Find out in the Night of the Tentacle. What on earth? Okay. Okie dokie. Night of the Tentacles. Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness. Broomstick edition, 2-disc set. Yeah, so it's another Anchor Bay release. I'm just trying to see if there's on the. Oh, so there's it's Army of Darkness in 2 different versions. So there's the US theatrical version and the director's cut with over 15 minutes of additional footage. Deleted scenes, there's a lot of extras on both discs. You can see that along the bottom there. Yeah. Bit of Brucey Campbell. There we go. Halloween. The lenticular cover. Get a big box edition with multiple discs, and yeah, there's art card. Well, there's 8 art card and chapter selections and all sorts in this pack. So I mean, everyone who knows horror movies should know Halloween. It's an absolute classic. So yeah, not much to say about that one. Play around with that cover a bit more. But Halloween, which surprisingly I didn't have in my collection. Not this version anyway. I've got the Rob Zombie version. I've got 2, 3, 4 and 5 and Resurrection. I just never had the original. There's more about me than anything else. Ursula Andress in Slave of the Cannibal God. Yeah, can't have a collection without a cannibal movie in. This one probably isn't as extreme in terms of the other one. So Cannibal Ferox and Cannibal Holocaust. There is a lot of obviously animal killing, which is the kind of down putting things on all of these type movies. But yeah, I mean, you kind of have to go into these movies knowing what to expect. Yeah, Slave of the Cannibal God. And one of my absolute favourites from Italian cinema, Della Morte dell'Amore, Red Edition. It's I believe it's a German release, which is fine. I've got it in another format, but I absolutely love this movie. It's just so wicked, wild, and out there. Yeah, I'll have to hold the cover that way because there are boobs on the cover. So yeah, won't say too much about it, but if you haven't seen Della Morte dell'Amore, go check it out. It's such a cracking zombie movie. And last but not least in that haul is Dune. William Hurt and Frank Herbert's Dune. It's a special edition, and there is a lot going on in this. So disc 1 special edition DVD, disc 2 special edition DVD, disc 3 The Prophet. I have no idea what each of these discs are. I'm sure if I sit down and watch them, I will get an idea. Yeah. Written for the screen and directed by William Hurt. Stars in Frank Herbert's 4.5-hour director's cut, which includes 30 minutes of never before seen footage of the science fiction classic. I swear I can speak English. In the distant future, the planet Dune is the only source of mysterious spice that gives whomever controls it dominion over commerce and civilization. 4.5-hour movie. Yeah, running time 295 minutes. Oh boy. That's why it's probably split over multiple discs. Right, I'm going to need about a week off from work to watch that. We'll give it a go. I mean, I enjoyed the remake of Dune. I haven't seen the second part, but the first part was like just mind-blowingly beautiful, like visually stunning to watch. So I'll be curious to go back and watch the original one. So that was all from one haul. And now we'll kind of go into the rest of the DVDs because I think we're about 30 odd minutes into this video, so we'll crack through these. So these are a lot more. There's a lot more common titles in here, so we'll crack through them. So Jeepers Creepers 2. I haven't seen this one in a long time. Really good one with the school bus and the school kids, and yeah, great fun. Let me know what you think of the Jeepers Creepers series. The Initiation. The night new blood is pledged. From an early age, Kelly has been plagued by a recurring nightmare in which a man appears to be burnt alive. Now a young woman at college, Kelly must take part in an initiation prank that will turn out to have deadly consequences. Locked in a department store, her sorority friends are suddenly being murdered, and it's a new blood night is being pledged. Trashy horror, brilliant. More of this, I need. The Initiation. Jurassic Park. Just look at that cover. These are all Region 1 American DVDs, so yeah, the covers look so cool. The Omen collector's edition with slippity slip cover. There you go, both. Yeah. Absolute classic, terrifying movie. Not much to be said about it. Everyone should have seen this. Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell. Now, I watched this the other night. So I ordered this movie to watch as part of a movie watch along with my friends on the Thursday just gone. So this is being recorded on the Sunday the 10th. So Thursday just gone, but it didn't arrive until the Saturday morning, which was a bit annoying. So I watched it on Prime. Guys, this is so. If you like Evil Dead and you like Japanese or Asian cinema, I believe it is Japanese. See if you can grab a copy of this. It is slightly obscure to pick up, but I think I paid £11 for this DVD. You can get it on the Visual Vengeance label, but in terms of picking it up, this is so much fun. It's so silly, like it really is. Like there's just it. I mean, if you've seen the Evil Dead movies, just buckets of blood, just buckets of nonsense, demons that won't die, just all kinds of insanity, and then throw the Asian twist into it. Yeah, if you like Evil Dead and you love your Asian obscure cinema, I would highly recommend hunting this one out. Bloody murder, bloody muscle, bloody bodybuilder in hell, and it even said, AKA the Japanese Evil Dead. Go get this movie, you'll enjoy it. Gene Rollins, The Grapes of Death. I know Indicator have just released a copy of this, so I will be seeking that out. But this was on there for quite a decent price, so I picked it up as part of Synapse Films, and yeah, Frenchy cinema, so can't go wrong with that. Dog Soldiers, absolute classic, and yeah, love that cover as well. Absolute bonkers movie. Sean Pertwee in this movie is just so good. And again, in terms of werewolf movie, it highly ranks up. It is very well done. So yeah, Dog Soldiers. Boo, which I picked up in a charity shop, ironically in Rochester. If you know, you know. But this is set in a hospital, abandoned hospital. On Halloween, they discover the rumours about being haunted are very real. And I mean, it's not the greatest movie in the world, but it's enjoyable. It's something you can just sit down and pop on and like over the Halloween season and just enjoy, because it's just silly enough and there's enough going on to keep you involved for whatever the runtime is, 90 minutes. Yeah, and it's from the producer of Dog Soldiers, so there's a nice little link. So boo. Brain Damage. A chatty worm-like parasite offers the utmost psychedelic experiences to its host if they allow him to latch onto their necks and inject their brains with a bizarre secretion. It's from Frank Hennelotter, following up Basket Case. Again, I haven't seen those. I need to get into those. But truly great and full of explicit gore. I mean, that's all I asked for in a movie. Brain Damage. 100 million BC. It just looks like silly dinosaur fun. Scientists discover time travel with horrible consequences when they inadvertently bring a giant carnivorous dinosaur back to modern Los Angeles. Yeah, it's going to be stupid, but I love stupid creature movies, so yeah. I think it was like 50p in a charity shop, so I thought, why, you know what, screw it, why not, let's pick it up. 100 million BC. Sphere. Dustin Hoffman, Sharon Stone, Samuel L. Jackson, Jodie, Dustin Hoffman. Tell me what you think of this one. I remember seeing this years ago. I think this is from 98. I remember seeing this a long while ago. So I'll have to give this another rip. It's got a nice little... oh my god, what are they called? Nope, it's gone. Can't speak anymore, but Spear, it's there. Jack the Giant Killer, an evil princess, a pretty princess, an evil sorcerer, a hero for the ages. No. Not seen, but it was cheap enough to pick up, so we'll give it a go. It looks like, again, a fantasy style movie, starring Kerwin Matthews, Judy Meredith and Torin Thatcher. 1962. I know nothing about this. Stuart, Roy, anything? Have you ever seen this? Gladiator. So, judge me as much as you want. The first time I watched it, I hated it. I don't know why. And I haven't watched it since. So, I want to give it another go because everyone seems to rave about this movie consistently. So, I'm always willing to give movies another go, so we will. Russell Crowe, Gladiator. The Iron Giant. Yeah, animated, fantasy, action, and mild language. Like I said, there is just a bonkers mix of things we pick up because we like watching different things. So the Iron Giant. Now onto a few Vipco, because if you know me, you know I absolutely adore the Vipco Scream Time collection. I have a video to do on it. I have posted a stack on my Instagram channel, but I'll do a video showing what I've got in the collection so far. I think I'm only about 20 short of full collection, so I'm over halfway. But this one is Death Screams. The last scream you will hear is your own. A young lovemaking couple sit by a river as a train passes overhead, so there's a rope over their heads as a stranger strangles them. Fun times. Death Screams. From... no idea what year it is. But yeah. Spookies. Now I've heard this is quite wacky and wild and weird. So yeah. Spookies, they want your blood. So let me know if you've seen these. I've not seen any of these. Any of the 4 Vipco movies I picked up. So yeah. The Dungeon. The Dungeon is run by Dr. Jekyll, who is a sadistic, evil, terrifying madman. You'll love him. Dr. Jekyll conducts bloody experiments on human bodies in a desperate attempt to recreate his grandfather's serum to control man's innate urge to kill. He prowls the streets and snatches up innocent people for his gruesome needs. Dr. Jekyll doesn't need a serum; he's already nuts. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of writing on there, so I'm not going to read it all because that will pretty much tell you what the entire movie is. But yeah, another one added to the collection. So the Dungeon, and then last but not least, Psychic Killer. Wrongly accused of murdering the doctor who refused to treat his ailing mother, young Andrew is placed in a mental institution under the care and supervision of Dr. Laura Scott. While there, he is taught the secrets of out-of-body travel by a fellow inmate. Perfect. Okay. Psychic Killer. So that's the 4 from the Vipco label, and now a few more. We'll finish up. Something completely different is I Was a Male or Bride. So I've said before in a few movies, I've really enjoyed watching Cary Grant movies. Like I said, something I get to enjoy when I'm not watching blood, gore and violence and explicit nonsense. I quite enjoy Cary Grant. I like the way he acts and the way he comes across in movies, and just every character he plays just that seems to be so good. So I'm slowly picking up his movies. But yeah, this is £1 in a charity shop. So I was a Male War Bride. Black and white, 19. It's not 2004. I can confirm that for real. No idea. It doesn't say what year. I would guess 50s, 40s, 50s. Yeah. Let me know if you've seen this one. Pierpoint. Now I cannot remember if it was Tim or Roy whose video I saw this on, and it really intrigued me. So I saw it in a charity shop for £1, and I thought, you know what, screw it, let's pick it up. Pierpoint is a gripping true life story of Albert Pierpoint, Britain's most notorious hangman. Joining the family business in 1934, Albert rises through the ranks to become the most feared and respected executioner in the country. Timothy Spall. So yeah, I'm going to give this a go because I enjoyed listening to, like I said, I can't remember if it was Tim or Roy who watched and spoke about this. Or did I hear it on both of their videos? One picked it up on the basis of the other one. I don't know. Guys, let me know in the comments who it was. But yeah, we'll give Pierpoint a go and let's see how we get on with it. The She-Beast. Yeah, it looks like a bit more nonsense. Deadlier than Dracula, wilder than a werewolf, more frightening than Frankenstein, starring Barbara Steele. A small town in 18th century Transylvania is being terrorized by an evil witch. When a child is brutally attacked, the villagers capture the fiend and sentence her to death by dunking chair, not before she casts a curse on them and their descendants. Yeah. So it looks like it's black and white, possibly. Yeah. But we'll give it a go. It's a HBO original series, The Outsider. Now, I don't pick up many TV shows, or I won't show many TV shows, but it's from HBO comes a gripping and suspenseful series based on Stephen King's best-selling novel of the same name. The Outsider follows a seemingly straightforward investigation into the gruesome murder of an 11-year-old boy whose body is found mutilated in the Georgia woods. I won't read too much because it starts telling more of the story, but yeah, I'll pick up TV series, something that will keep me intrigued and interested. So listed both of those, and you know, if it's HBO, it's going to be not going to be very much cut. It's going to be a lot more like intense, so a lot of violence and a lot of stuff like that. So yeah, The Outsider. Shutter. I believe this is the Asian version from Thailand, I want to say. I think it's Thai. I've seen the American version and yeah, it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't the greatest. So we'll give the original American version a go. It rolls around two people who see images in their camera shots and shadows and things like that. And as life goes on, those shadows become more and more taking over his life, and people around them decide they start dying, and it's trying to investigate what's causing it or what's interjected themselves in their life to cause this to happen. So yeah, like I said, the American version wasn't bad in terms of a remake, but yeah, we'll watch the original and see how we go. Shutter. Boomerang, Dana Andrews. Yeah, Elia Kazan. I know I've heard Roy talking about this director, Elia Kazan. So we'll give this a go. Like I said, 40s and 50s and kind of 60s movies is something I'm starting to slowly work my way into. So this would be nice, that and the other one to add into. But yeah, Foxhole Noir, Boomerang. Roy, let me know if you've seen this one. And Sleepaway Camp from 1983. Yeah, if you know Sleepaway Camp, you'll know it's one of the most talked about movies from the 80s because of that ending. The rest of the movie itself is run of the mill, but that ending kind of takes it to another level. But again, another hard one to pick up in the UK. So I'm happy to add this one into the collection. And last but not least, you'll be happy to know, we have the Toxic Avenger collection. The first three Toxic movies. I've only seen the first one. So there's the three, and then there's a remake from last year, I think. Yeah, these again look like just trashy, nonsensical fun that I can have a good time with. I'm sure a lot of people would have seen the Toxic Avenger collection and going like, what are you doing, you moron? Why have you not seen it? Because I'm a moron, that's why. But that is everything. I'll be off your screens for now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of these. Let me know if you've seen any of them, or any of them I need to kind of bump to the front of the queue. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. I've got a few more videos lined up. I still need to do my top 10 of the 80s. There's a few other things that I've kind of got pottering around in the brain that I want to kind of work through. Like I said, I want to go through the Vipco collection and the Shameless collection to give a breakdown of where I am at the moment with those. So yeah, we'll have those up in a little while. But yeah, thank you so much. Have a great weekend, rest of the weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.